Good morning, Year 4s. Today we'll be investigating different materials and their properties. You would have already done some work with materials, so let's start by recalling what a material is.
A material is what something is made of.
That's correct. The term materials refers to what something's made out of, and that can be either natural or processed. Do you know what a natural material is?
A natural material is something that hasn't been processed or changed. All products that come from plants, animals, or the ground are natural.
That's correct. And can you give me an example of a natural material?
Wool and cotton.
And how do we know that wool and cotton are natural?
Because wool comes from a sheep and cotton comes from a plant.
That's correct. And can you tell me what a processed material may be?
Processed materials are often natural materials that have been modified or changed by humans.
That's correct. And can you give me an example of a processed material?
Paper and plastic.
Paper and plastic. And how can we tell that these are processed?
Because they don't occur naturally in the environment.
That's right. Okay, so today we're going to be taking a look at what we call property. Do you know what property is?
Land.
Yes, but in terms of science, property is, let's take a look. Property is materials have different properties that make them useful for different jobs. So for example, taking a look at these two gloves, they both have different properties. So what is this glove made out of? Do you
Plastic.
think? Plastic. And what could you use it for?
Cleaning stuff.
Cleaning stuff. And do you think it's a natural or a processed material?
Processed.
So rubber's a processed material. And why is rubber processed?
Because it doesn't occur naturally without humans.
Well done. And for its purpose, why might this glove be made out of rubber?
So that it doesn't absorb any water or other liquids.
Yep, so we'd probably use this for maybe cleaning. Okay, so this one, what do you think this glove's made out of?
Wool.
Wool, and what do we use it for?
Welding and picking up stuff that's hot.
Yeah, natural or processed?
Natural.
Natural, and for its purpose, why is it made out of this particular material?
Because it won't burn like the plastic would.
So, can we use this rubber glove to take a hot tray out of the oven?
No.
No, we'd use something like this. So with this knowledge of properties, it's what helps us choose what particular material to use for a specific task. So today we're going to be taking a look at a property. It's called absorbency. Have you heard of absorbency?
Yep.
Okay, so would you like to read this definition of absorbency?
Absorbency refers to the ability of a material to take in water and other liquids. Absorbent materials soak up water and let water pass through them.
Okay, and I gave you a worksheet just before. Could you read the paragraph on the top of that, please?
Absorbent materials have surfaces that attract water and contain small spaces called pores into which liquids can enter. Paper, sponge and most woods are absorbent. The higher the number of pores, the greater the amount of liquid can enter the material. When absorbent materials are saturated, they cannot absorb any more liquid. For example, if a sponge is saturated with water and additional water drips on it, the same amount will drip off. A less absorbent material, for example, swimwear material, will leak water quickly as it is not very absorbent. It will also dry quickly after being soaked as it does not hold much water. Waterproof materials such as plastics and rubber do not absorb water, therefore are not affected by it. Their surfaces repel water and materials do not have as many pores.
Well done, thank you for reading that. So now that we have an understanding of absorbency, we're going to conduct an experiment just to enhance our knowledge a bit more. So today we're going to test 3 different materials. So we have paper towel, polyester and plastic. We're going to determine which of these are either more absorbent, which ones will leak, and which ones may repel water. So we're going to have an investigation question. So can you read on the top of that one?
What material will soak up the most water?
Yep, so the question we're investigating is what materials will soak up the most water. So let's first discuss the investigation. So taking a look at those 3 glasses, to make it a fair experiment, what is one thing we would change?
The type of material on each glass.
Yep, and what will we keep the same?
The amount of surface area and the way the material is held onto the glass.
Yep, so we've got the same 3 glasses, and we've attached them both by using a rubber band. So to keep this investigation fair as well, we're going to use the eyedropper and place 10 drops on the top of each glass. It is important to remember that this water is not for drinking, and when we're using the eyedropper we just need to take care. So before we begin the investigation, can you quickly write down whether you think each material is either going to soak, leak or repel water? Okay, so we think the paper towel will soak, the polyester will leak and the plastic will repel. So using the eyedropper now, let's see what happens. So 10 drops on each in the middle, please. So 10 drops on top?
Yep.
Okay, so let's see what has happened. So which of these materials soaked up the most water?
The paper towel.
The paper towel, and what happened?
The drops were in the middle and then it soaked it up and spread out.
Okay, and which of these materials did not soak up any water?
The plastic.
The plastic, and what happened to the water?
The water's just sitting on top.
Just sitting on top. And, of course, our inquiry question, which material soaked up a little bit of water then leaked?
The polyester.
Okay, so answering what material soaked up the most water, which one?
The paper towel.
The paper towel. Okay, so with the material that soaked up a little bit of water then leaked, how many drops did you get on?
About 6.
About 6. Okay. So, using this knowledge, when selecting materials for a specific purpose, if we had a spill of water on the floor, which material would we use?
The paper towel.
The paper towel. Well done. We've now explored absorbency. So our next lesson we're going to take a look at elasticity, installation, transparency and strength of a material.